Hello everyone, I'm ZachaREEE, DPS player for the Dallas Fuel, and I'm here to give you some tips for when you play Mei. When you look for rollouts as Mei on King of the Hill maps or any type of map, try and look for a really aggressive wall, because Mei's design makes her really good at holding chokes and putting a lot of pressure on players when they're coming out split. So be ready to punish players when they're coming out of chokes. So if you see a lot of people running out and one of them is split off, you can wall them off and then be able to pick off like one or two people really fast and get your team a huge advantage. So on defense Rialto, there's a really big sightline at the beginning. And on a lot of maps, there's really big sightlines for Mei to just farm her ults and spam it early and build her ult really fast. So you really just want to prioritize Mei's ultimate. It's just super strong, really broken ult. It controls the entire map and does a lot, so be sure to just spam the enemy team early when they're running out, because you have no damage fall off. You're going to be doing max damage at any range. Like, your ult builds super fast. Just farm it up on people when they're running out of their spawn. Mei's wall is really good. Like, even if you can't split somebody or completely seal somebody off in a choke, you can wall off the other team's like support line from somebody or split somebody from their supports. Like Ana, for example, has to be in perfect line of sight to heal somebody, and if you wall her off, they can't heal them, and they can just be eliminated really easily. So after fights end, I tend to set up on high ground or in positions where the other team has to travel a very far distance to get to the objective, and I usually spam right clicks and try and build my ult as fast as I can. While Mei's ultimate is extremely strong, there's also a lot of counters to it. It's a very hard ultimate to set up. You can't just throw it out and just expect every single person on the other team to get caught by it. A lot of characters have movement abilities, or characters like Zarya, D.Va, and Sigma can really just mess up your ult as a whole. Zarya can bubble her teammates so they can walk out of it and not be frozen, and D.Va and Sigma can just fully eat and negate your ult. So when you're going into your Mei ult, you should try and look out for Sigma. Like here I end up seeing their Sigma using his left shift, so I know he can't eat my ultimate, and their Zarya had used one of her bubbles, so I know that now is like a perfect time to throw my ult down. So I throw my ult down and put up a wall and make sure that nobody can get away from the ult and get as many people frozen as I can. One of Mei's biggest disadvantages is that she's not a mobile character. She doesn't have any movement abilities. So if you're in a stall fight where you have to run a real far distance to contest point, like if you're on offense, I'd recommend swapping characters. But if you're on like defense of 2CP or something like that, it's a different situation and you're right by payload, she's really good at stalling. But if you're playing like really far range and you need to touch payload, I'd swap to somebody like Tracer or Soldier or Echo who can get there faster. Mei's a very safe character. Her left shift allows her to go very aggressive and get out of sticky situations without taking much damage. So don't be afraid to just push in and go right behind like an enemy team's Reinhardt and freeze him. And right here, like I threw my wall down and completely split off their Reinhardt from their Ana, so he couldn't get healing. So I wasn't afraid anymore. You're able to just fully push in and freeze the other team up and really just not be scared. So to tie everything up, I'd say to make sure that when you're playing Mei, even though you're really an aggressive dueling character that can make lots of advantages for your team, to be careful and not overextend, because you can still get insta-killed very fast by crowd control abilities. So keep an eye on your shift and focus on staying alive too. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all stay safe during the rough times right now, and be sure to tune back in for more tips later.